What's up, everybody? Welcome. This is EMP.Money. This is our daily live AMA and Detonator rollover event. My name is AJ, and I have my co-host with the most, Mr. Bull Gates. Well, that's his father, so actual Bull Gates. Are you there?
Yeah, I am AJ.
Awesome, brother. All right, so we start our show off every day with our brand new intro song. Bear with me. I'm going to get it playing right now. We'll get the good vibes going, and then we'll jump right in. This is Defi Proof with our intro music, EMP.
I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some me should stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some me should stick it in the ballroom. E-pop got me waiting 3 more hours. Sticking all these years higher than a tower. Having all these nodes feel like superpowers. Investing all this bread, never been a coward. Call me Mr. Bond, money in the vault. I stay in the front, feeling like the goal. Don't worry about the haters, got the detonator. I'm killing every market, call me Terminator. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. Some me should stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some me should stick it in the ballroom.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Defi Proof. Shout out to him. Awesome new track for our official theme of EMP. And we're working on a music video as well. That will be coming out shortly. Yeah, and if that doesn't put you in a good mood, I don't know what is. What will? I mean, our portfolios are down. The market is still a mess. We may see sub 1,000 ETH. But as long as we're keeping positive mindset, things are moving in the right direction. So, yeah, welcome everyone. So again, we updated our format. Those of you that are here will be able to do some updates and some questions, and then we'll end with the Detonator rollover event. Again, that keeps these AMAs to about 1 hour. Nothing too crazy. I know everybody's time is valuable, but these are really important for not only the community, but to again give everybody a sense of confidence, even when we're in some turbulent times. So let me just jump right in. I'm going to give some updates. Not a lot going on today. The last 2 days have been bangers as far as updates. We announced a brand new partnership with MDB. We announced another partnership with Liquid Capital yesterday. Please go listen to all of our old videos on the YouTube channel with all that information, and those will not only be another earning opportunity for our community, but also actually support EMP through, again, Treasury injections and eventual buybacks through those protocols. So really, really exciting stuff. We also have an awesome update with our very own Crypto Mike. He's starting his own project. He's still part of our team, and he's been really involved helping me continue to develop partnerships in the background. But he started his own side project that, again, not only will be an investment opportunity for EMP, the EMP community, giving you all of you some early access opportunities, but it will directly help benefit the EMP Treasury as well. So really, really exciting stuff. I was hoping that they would be ready to launch and have their own AMA with us tomorrow, but I don't think that will happen. It'll probably be early this coming week. There's a few more last-minute adjustments, and again, with the market conditions, they want to have all their ducks in a row. So yeah, those are a lot of my updates to begin with. I don't know. Again, I do it every day. I put her on the spot. LA, are you here?
I am.
All right, you're gonna be prepared now that I always pitch it over to you. But I wanted to get a fast update on merchandise. Do you have any news with that? I know we've been really trying to push our merchandise hard. And if no updates, maybe just reiterate to all the lovely folks how they can get some merch.
Yeah, not like a ton is new since yesterday. I mean, we're continuing to get 1 or 2 orders a day, and every day we're getting a bunch of new pictures showing up from the community members. So we're really excited about that. A few of you are even showing your faces, which is super cool. So I'm saving all those photos, like whether you show your face or not, and I'm collecting them just like so we have a bunch of community photos of all the clothes, and we're really excited about that. And everyone's just said what good quality they think everything is and how much the colors pop and how soft like the material is like inside, so it's all like snuggly and stuff, so we're pretty happy about that.
Awesome.
I also wanted to give another update. If you've been on the AMAs the last like week or so, you've been hearing AJ say like a lot like, can you clip this? Can you clip this? So I've been working on that today, and in about an hour or so, there's going to be like a whole bunch new videos on the YouTube channels. So there's some like really good ones that I've clipped from the last week. So it'll be good to go back and listen to some of those. There's been some math ones from Machu. There's been some really good ones from AJ and Bull. So there's going to be some good stuff put up there pretty soon.
Awesome, Ella. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And that, again, make sure you guys, if you're on YouTube, you click that bell notification, as well, because that will update you whenever we upload, new content. And, yeah, all those little, clips are really awesome. Again, if you don't have time to listen to our AMAs every day, I get it. I mean, that if you do, you're ahead of the game. You'll learn a lot more and you'll be set up for success. But these little clips are a perfect way to, again, get a recap on what we're saying. And there are a lot of frequently asked questions that we address in these little videos. So make sure you're sharing those. Not only within our community, if somebody has a question, but that you also share those to the broader crypto market to hopefully get some more people interested in EMP. So yeah, LA, again, you've been killing it. And are all the timestamps pretty much updated now too? I know that's another really awesome feature that you've been handling.
Yep, they're all totally updated up until yesterday. So
Perfect. So, yep, again, if you don't have time, you can go right to the timestamp on all of our AMAs. Again, we've had some incredible traffic on the YouTube page. Our analytics are looking really strong, and we're just going to continue to build that out and up our production quality and give even more incentive to follow us every day on YouTube. So, all right, LA, awesome. Thanks so much. All right, so I have 2 more updates. One is about our peg. Our peg is looking really good. I mean, we are slowly stair-stepping our way back. We just broke 0.83. Again, we're not immune to the market conditions. It's been a bloodbath out there, and we really have lost peg. Quite substantially. However, we're already way above 99% of other seigniorage protocols. And that's not to throw shade on them. That's just to show how strong we actually are. So one of the major reasons for this stair step approach, again, there's a graph in Discord and also in Telegram where you can kind of see what I mean by a stair step. And it's literally like the graph looks like a staircase going up and to the right slowly, but very organically. So the reason we're seeing this, a large reason we're seeing this is, again, people realize that selling EMP is the worst thing you can do, especially, when we're at a bottom or very devalued. But our auto vaults are so, so powerful in regards to our peg and DCAing your position while EMP and LP is very, very cheap. So again, the autovaults will take your eShare rewards, they will sell them for EMP and ETH and automatically create more LP with those and then compound it back in. So you can do that on your own manually by staying in the farms and just selling the eShare. But if you don't want to, do it manually, or you're not very good at creating your own LP pair, or you just want to kind of take a walk and get away from the volatile market right now, the auto vault are where it's at. So again, we have 4 different auto vault partners. Literally every auto vault service in DeFi that's worth mentioning, we're partners with YieldWolf, Beefy, Auto Farm, and Magik. So Magik Finance is what we really are recommending at this point. They are a fork of Beefy. They have their own seigniorage protocol as well, so they have a very competent team. But they offer their own auto vault where, again, you as the investor actually have the best rewards as far as what they take out for fees. And then rather than them keeping all the fees themselves, like Beefy and YieldWolf, they split their fees and they take half of their own profit and use it to buy back and burn EMP. So it's really, really powerful, and why we're seeing PEG slowly recover. So, Bull, are you there? You want to mention anything about auto vault or this organic
Yeah,
recovery approach?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Everything, obviously at EMP is organic. Everybody that's been here since day one in the community has learned from one another, helped one another, shared ideas, strategies, every conceivable thing you can imagine that, friends or friendships build together, and that's really what's being done here. Like the guys give us the tools to deal with the crypto market as a whole, especially right now. And whilst people might look at PEG and say 0.83, well, what happened to PEG? Well, what happened is it's awesome. It is holding up amazing in the face of, like AJ said, a crypto bloodbath out there. And when we see it slowly start ticking up like that, we know that the community members have responded to the education, the understanding of the system, knowing what they have to do, and then looking, kind of looking at their friends and saying, hey, let's get together. Let's get this peg up, right? Because excuse me, everybody is missing those peggy dances now, where a couple of weeks ago we would have the people, some people complain about the gifts and the peggy dance, but I'm willing to bet that everybody wants to see those gifts come back 4 times a day, 15 minutes a pop, right? Because we know that that's a celebration of what everybody's building here together. There's no billionaires here to artificially inflate us over peg. This is a one person, venture at a time, getting together with your friends and kind of brainstorming about, what do we have to do better here so that especially new people coming in, they understand, and one thing I'm going to point out is stop looking at the charts. The charts are only going to lie to you on the seigniorage project, because you're going to see red on there, because if you see ETH going down, you might see EMP going down. But if you're in the community, you're going to know exactly what's happening. You're going to, you're going to make friends here. You're going to get educated, so to speak. You're going to learn a lot if you engage with people. And that is how you build a community. We don't want, 3,000 people here not connecting with one another. We all have to do a better job of teaching new people, being more positive. And I know that's hard to do, especially if you're new and your portfolio dollar value looks down. But the key is, and AJ has mentioned it before, don't let fear make you or encourage you to sell at the bottom. All the work you've been putting in here for months, it will pick back up at some time. We've always seen these dumps in crypto, and they're scary. They're scary for people that have been around. They're scary for new people, but if you just remember, you don't lose until you sell. And so don't cheat yourself out of all the work that you've put in, all the investment you've made in learning how the system works. And like I said, we can all learn more together. And when AJ talks about stair step growth, that's just not on the charts. That's in you too. Building that knowledge up that staircase, taking you to that next stage of being, a badass investor, and not letting your emotions get the best of you.
Awesome, Bull. Absolutely. Again, always bringing the words of wisdom. Like Charlie says too, we are the peg. In other words, it's up to each and every one of you to help us get to peg. And, it's really easy to do that when you're properly allocated in the farm. You realize that EMP is a utility token used to earn more e-shares. And again, we posted a video yesterday from our good friend Rob that talks about the infinite money loop. And that is the number one strategy that we continue to teach and recommend that will help you all succeed the most long term. Again, what's better for you as the investor is also better for you, for the protocol. So it's very, very unique and something super different in crypto. And especially when we've seen LPs become so cheap. I mean, now is the time, again, not financial advice, but now is a better entry than 90% of the rest of us that have already been here to get in and to continue to DCA. So yeah, that's really, really exciting. And again, the Treasury is very healthy still. We've seen a lot of other seniors protocols initiate buybacks way too soon. Again, I don't want to mention names, but over the last few days, we've seen major buybacks in attempt to regain peg. And the bad actors or the people that are not here for the long run, they use this as exit liquidity. And now the Treasury is broke because they tried to get back to peg. They didn't get it. Everybody still continued to dump. And now they're literally screwed because there is no money in reserves. All their cash reserves are gone. The Treasury is broke. The community is defeated. I mean, and we understand that. I mean, again, not to be cocky, but we are the seigniorage protocol experts at this point. I mean, we have innovated a lot of new things. We see other protocols literally trying to copy or reverse engineer Detonator and all of our lottery mechanisms. We were the first to implement nodes on top of a seigniorage protocol. Now, literally every seigniorage protocol seems to have nodes, which again, that's awesome. I mean, we're happy to be the industry leader and all that, and shout out to all them. But really, it's about us, knowing what we're doing, and we absolutely have a plan to regain peg, but it has to be done in a very responsible manner that cannot be exploited or gamed. So again, that all is coming. Time is on our side. We just have to let the markets settle before we can really move into the next phase. So yeah, all right, so that's all the peg talk. Now I have one more bit of announcement that is a little bit of sad news for this individual, and I just want to make sure that we address it. It's not about pouring salt in the wound. It's just about trying to educate all of you that are here and listening. So those of you that were on the AMA yesterday heard somebody come on. They said that they deposited into Detonator and they had the highest winning amount, but they were not credited for the win, and they thought that it was an issue with our contract. Well, after doing some research, what happened is that this individual actually sent his LPs to the contract address of Detonator directly. And when you do that to try to game the system or, get your snipe in last minute, if you're not interacting with the smart contract directly, those LPs are essentially lost because they go directly into the pool balance and there is no way for us to retrieve those. So Detonator is closed source, and Detonator is not renounced. So what that means is that we are able to make changes to Detonator. Again, Funzer, Safu, any kind of major changes will require a migration to a new contract. But all that being said, we're still not able to actually go in and revoke LPs that are sent directly to the contract. So, Bull, you made a great analogy yesterday about a wallet and a pocket. So he basically sent money to the pocket rather than the wallet, and so those funds are essentially lost. They are in the overall pool balance, so again, those LPs are now going to all of us, but we are not able to refund anything because we don't have the money. I mean, it's out of our hands. Even if we wanted to, we couldn't do it. So those LPs are gone, and again, it's very, very important that you do not try to game the system or again send funds directly to a wallet address or a contract address. So, Bull, you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, absolutely. So the point is that when and let me just start out with a story. I've actually done the same blockheaded thing. I was part of a launch platform, and I missed my window to interact with the launch, and so I could supply some money for a token launch. I thought I would be a smart guy and send my contribution money to the contract itself instead of interacting with the actual user interface. And what actually ends up happening is exactly like AJ said, is that money gets sent directly to the contract and then dispersed to every participant in the contract. And so the point of that user interface is so that it knows, it says, hello, Mr. Wallet, we'll just call it Wallet XYZ is your wallet. Oh, hello, Mr. Wallet XYZ. You're going to make a deposit into me? Yes. And so what ends up happening is it knows you've interacted with the wallet. There's some rules that it says, just like how the disbursement goes when you make a deposit into Detonator. That disbursement goes to participants in the wallet, the 1% to the Treasury, etc. The rules of the game, so to speak. And when you send it directly, or if you go around the interface, it just sends it right into the pool balance because there are no rules other than it being sent into the pool balance. So
For sure.
it doesn't know to send it into your wallet on the other side of the Detonator with the rules because you've bypassed the rules. Kind of like sneaking into a movie theater if you've bought a ticket but you forgot your ticket, so to speak, and you get kicked out because you don't have your ticket. But the point is that you always want to interact with that user interface because it's telling the rules to the contract, and the rules are what allows the system to actually be built. Because if everybody could just throw things wherever they wanted, it'd be a gigantic mess. But the contract and the smart contract and the rules creates order that allows all of everything in Ethereum basically to be built. So the real big lesson is here: please do not send it directly from MetaMask to that contract address. Interact with the user interface so that you get credit for your deposit.
Absolutely, Bull. And again, I mean, we are sad for that individual. I mean, it sucks. We've all been there. That is the negative. Again, some people think it's a negative. I think it's a positive. But that is why crypto is what it is. I mean, there is no customer service line that you can call to again dev do something. I mean, you have to have responsibility for your own actions, and never ever anywhere have we ever said anything about sending funds directly to a wallet address. It's an expensive lesson to learn, but it's a lesson that we've all been here. So we will get better about messaging that. Do not ever send funds directly to a contract address. Even when you're sending funds to a wallet address, it's really important that you do a small test. Again, this is a lesson I learned early on in crypto. After again, we've all been here. Something similar. Maybe you copy the full wallet address, and the last letter is wrong, or the last number is a zero instead of an O. Like something like that. So always send about $1. Again, if you're on Ethereum, with the gas fees, it sucks. But if you're on, again, sending large amounts of money that if you lost would be a problem for you, always do a test transaction. So, yeah. Any other words of wisdom and advice on that front, Bull?
Yeah, that's the perfect it's a perfect advice, and everybody can Google this story. I believe this happened about 3 years ago. Somebody sent they thought they were sending X number of millions of dollars, like 3, 4, 5 million dollars in Ethereum to a wallet, and they bumped up their gas fee to make sure that it got through, in a quick manner and safe. And they actually transposed the fields and actually put in like $2 or $3 million in gas and sent like $100 in Ethereum. And that is a hard lesson to learn right there, that when something like that happens. So like AJ said, don't fiddle with the settings of metamask if you don't know what they are. And if you are just sending from a wallet to a wallet, and I'm not talking about a wallet to a smart contract, just a wallet to a wallet, and you're unsure of if somebody sends you that address. So like I've said before, my nephews are in this, and if I send them anything, just because I want to be, I sometimes I don't like I don't have a total confidence in their copy and paste skills, or to be like very thorough. I always check. I send exactly like AJ says, $1 or $5 to see if it gets through on the other end. I check on BSC scan, and if I see that it goes through, then I send the remaining amount. But it is always 100%, good protocol to send a test amount, especially if you are unsure, and doubly, unsure if you're sending a large amount. It just doesn't make sense to not be 100% perfect, because like AJ said, there isn't any customer service, and that is the beauty of crypto. It's a double-edged sword, but it's what everybody wants, is the responsibility to build what you want, but with that, there's the upside of all the rewards here, but there is the requirement to be responsible for your actions, and nobody wants to see something bad happen like that, because it can be devastating. But there are really simple things to protect yourself, to make sure you're being diligent and doing the right things. And like the best thing you can really do is send that dollar, so to speak, as kind of a test. It's tough, believe me, because I've been there, and it really does. It stings.
No doubt. And again, that's why I'm kind of in a sad mood for him. Again, I never like to see anybody lose money. But literally, like, it's not in my wallet. It's not in the Treasury wallet. I mean, those funds are gone. I mean, so there's nothing that we can do about it. They're distributed in the LP pool amongst all of you that are getting rewards from Detonator. And he does not get credit for the LP. I know that was a question I just saw. So again, it would be one thing if you tried to do that, you sniped, you didn't win, but you still get credit for the LP. Well, in this case, because you're not interacting with the smart contract directly, it doesn't work that way. So literally, those funds are now lost to that user. So yeah, again, never ever send funds directly to a smart contract ever. That is kind of one of the very early on rules in crypto, and we are getting ready to again do an entire course. I know Kirk, our very own Kirk, and Stephanie have been working on some things behind the scenes of doing a sub chapter on our academy. that's an intro to crypto. So it'll show you again how to set up a MetaMask wallet, how to get funds over, what to do, what not to do, how to protect your seed phrase, how to use a hardware wallet. That's another thing. I mean, we talk about it all the time. We say it till we're blue in the face, but I guarantee you, 90% of you listening to this call, you still don't use a hardware wallet. I mean, it is something that you must do if you want to protect your funds. And that's, it plays into exactly what we're saying. So, all right, I hate to be a Debbie
Do you
Downer.
mind?
Yeah, go ahead, LA. Yeah, absolutely. Anybody
I
else
just
want to
wanted
add?
to add
Yeah,
something
yeah.
really short here. I just wanted to say, like, it might not be the case in other communities, but the very best thing about this community is that, like, we truly want to see every single person here win. And if you've been to a number of these AMAs, you would have heard AJ and Bull and other people say before, like, please do not invest until you've taken the time to do some research and even maybe attend the academy, learn about the protocol, because we truly don't want people to just jump into it without knowing what they're getting into. Whereas some projects might just be so desperate for investors that they want to encourage that. That's not at all encouraged here. So for anyone who's listening, who might be new or who might be thinking about investing, like, just know that, like, there's always someone here to answer questions. So if there's anything that you're unsure about, please ask about it prior to testing things out or doing anything funny or just taking a risk on something. There's always someone here to answer your questions, and there's also tons of resources to get your questions answered in a number of different places on the platform. So please seek out those answers prior to potentially getting yourself into a position where you could lose money, because none of us want to see that happen to you. We all truly want to see each other win here.
Absolutely, LA. I couldn't have said it better myself. And it's true. That's why, again, you can probably hear it in my voice. I mean, I really do feel bad for the guy. It sucks. I do. But, we can't set a precedence of reimbursing from our own treasury. That opens us up to scammers. I mean, it is what it is. So, and we're always 100% transparent. And that's why we're talking about it on the AMA. Again, it was brought up live yesterday. That there is no issues with the contract. The contract is 100% working flawlessly. No exploits, no nothing. It was just simply an error, a user error by sending funds to the wrong address. So or the correct address, but not the actual smart contract. So again, always interact with our UI, our user interface. That's why we have built it. And even if the UI goes down, you are able to interact with smart contracts on chain, which is another beautiful thing about crypto. But it does require you to be an advanced user to do that. I mean, even myself, I very, very rarely interact with contracts directly outside of a UI unless it's an emergency. So again, just some more crypto knowledge for all of you. And my thoughts go out to that guy, but I wanted to make sure all of us are updated. So, all right, I know that was a lot. I apologize. We did about half an hour of updates. I know these are usually meant for some more Q&A type things, and we don't want to go too late. But let me do a rapid fire real fast from YouTube. Will there be any golf type hats or caps sold in the merch store? As well as maybe a golf T-shirt. So yeah, LA, do we have maybe? I know we have hats in the works, but maybe a polo as well. Now that we have our embroidery file figured out. Go ahead. You want to elaborate? Yeah.
We have the hats coming really, really soon. I did look into polos, but unfortunately, for some reason, the print company that we're using only offers women's polos. So potentially we can include that as one of our limited edition items coming in the future, because we have gotten a couple requests for those.
All right, for sure. And I know we've also got a lot of requests for a coffee mug or some sort of tumbler. We are looking into that from a third party, because doing it through print on demand, you guys are going to be paying, 30, $40 for a coffee mug by the time shipping and everything else. So, yeah, that will be coming, but it'll probably be more of a limited edition, custom setup for those. Right, LA?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. All right, good deal. So yeah, that's the merch updates. Let me see. Okay, when markets go further down, will that have a bad impact on PEG? So again, we've had an amazing, concise explanation from the math perspective from our very own Machu of what affects PEG. I would highly recommend that you listen to that video or call. It's on our YouTube channel, what affects PEG. But the short answer is, if if Ethereum drops suddenly, then we actually drift over PEG, because of the way automated market makers work and the liquidity pools. And if ETH shoots up really fast, then we drift more away from PEG. But really, it has a lot less to do with the actual price of Ethereum, which again determines the price of EMP. It has everything to do with buying and selling volume. So if there's more sells of EMP than there are buys, then PEG goes down. If there's more buying on EMP than sells, then PEG goes up. It's really that simple. And again, that's why we are encouraging everybody to take profits in eShare, and use that to buy fresh EMP off the market, to help us recover PEG. And again, once we get back to PEG, that's the reason that you don't want to be taking profits in EMP. You take profits in eShare, and use your EMP to continue to build your position in the protocol. Those are really,
Hey
really
Jay,
important things. Yep, go ahead, Bull.
I think that bears repeating one more time that it's really that easy part.
Yep, you do, bro. You do it. I want you to. Yeah, you take that one. Go ahead. Say it again.
Uh, okay, man. It has everything to do with the buying and selling of EMP. If you're buying EMP, we will be going up over peg. If you're selling, we will be going below peg. It is that easy. Like you said, the price will drift. That's irrelevant. Um, and we can't control what Ethereum does. It's a macro industry-wide token. But what everybody here can control is their action. And Machu's got a great analogy or example for that. The system is reactionary, right? If you don't like the system's reaction to your action, change your actions. If you don't like losing peg, that's because EMP is being sold. You need to change your action and buy EMP. And I'm not a guy that is negative or rubs salt in the wounds. And I know many people have been hearing me kind of beat the drum about this for months now, because eShare has been on a tear for the last 2 months. And we've had a tremendous opportunity to put profit aside in stables, put it aside in BNB, put it aside in ETH, for exactly these times, right? Because it's these times when it's tough is what is going to determine if we stay above peg or below. But people need to have the funds for that. And it is really nice to think that eShare is going to be $20,000, in 5 months, a year, whatever. But this is a day-to-day project, right? And you have to plan for the future, but you have to, do the action today to make sure that your future is going to be there. And that action is taking, some small amount of profit. I'm not advocating or telling you to sell all of your eShare for profit to put it on the side, but because we talked about that organic stair step growth, that is both a lesson to in finance and then a lesson to how to build yourself as a better investor. But the point here is that we always need to put something a little aside. I'm sure everybody's they've heard it from their grandma, their mom, their dad. You always have to have something set aside for a rainy day. This is a rainy day, right? And it's raining blood because the market, it's scary. But everything within this ecosystem is 100% in our control. And unfortunately, if you can't bring in fresh funds, you can't sell your e-share because you have none. Then you can sit on the sideline, to take a step back from your computer. But the point is why we always stress the farm, that EMP-ETH LP farm, is because you can build e-share, you can build the position, you can strengthen the ecosystem, and you can use it to, buy back and push us above peg. And, the e-share that you have, held to the side is going to go up in value. It really is that simple.
Absolutely, and that what Boulder said at the very end right there is also a really important point, because the better we get back to peg and the more consistent we are, at least close to peg. Again, it's okay if we go below peg here and there. That's healthy, but as long as we're around, that threshold, e-share value will skyrocket, and that is what produces the APR and the farms. That's how the whole system works. So again, we're all here to make money. We're not saying, don't sell EMP. Well, then what's the point? Like if that's what your thought process is, then you really need to learn more about how our ecosystem works, because that's not at all what we're saying. What we're saying is you use EMP to build your position in the protocol through EMP LP. You get exposure to Ethereum. You're able to actually accumulate more Ethereum, and you're able to take profits in eShare that helps the whole system, as well as yourself. So it's really unique. And again, if you don't understand that, then we have a bunch of resources that can help you learn. And I know people were. Again, I saw a meme the other day. Is like Bitcoin at 60K and Bitcoin at 10K, and there's a line around the corner for 60K, but nobody's
Yep.
willing to buy it at 10. That is the same analogy for e-shares. When e-shares
Yep.
were $3,000, everybody and their brother wanted to buy them. But now that they're, $400 or $500, nobody wants them. And again, we never advocate for buying e-shares directly, but under circumstances like these, if you have a higher risk tolerance, e-share is definitely on sale. So again, just some overall crypto wisdom, not financial advice, and we can
Yep.
help you learn more. So yeah, go ahead, Bull.
That, yeah, that's right. Like, and don't be ashamed to ask questions. You know, the, I often tell people, like, the three most powerful words that I love hearing people say. I love you is really great, but I don't know is fantastic, right? Because it shows that you are not conceited, you're not arrogant, like you don't have a case of the know-it-allisms. You want to know, you want to learn, and by saying I don't know, that is an invitation to learn, because we're flawed, we don't know as much as we think we know, and that's everybody. But the point is there are tremendous resources here for free to learn, and all you have to do is ask, or all you have to do is read or watch the videos. But there are a tremendous amount of resources here, and I take it as a personal goal of mine is to do a better job here as an educator, to be more positive, to be more helpful. Because when I look at the 0.83 peg, it's amazing, but that's a B student. I want the community to be above. I want us to be that A student who is doing extra credit, so that they have that those extra points on that homework assignment, on that test, whatever it is. So at the end of the year, we don't have 100%, because that's just peg. We want to be at 105%. That's 105. That's an amazing number here. That the APRs would be ridiculous here. The price of eShare would be ridiculous. But to be an A student, everybody's gone to school. Everybody knows that to be an A student, you have to put in the work. You can't goof off. You can't skip school. You have to put in the work if you want to be an A student. And the thing with crypto is crypto rewards A students. In the real world, an A might not mean anything, But in crypto, if you're an A student and especially in a seigniorage project, an A student means you're making a lot of money. I'm not promising you money because I don't know what your goal is, what you're doing. If you're just here to learn, awesome. If you're here to make friends, that's incredible as well. If you're just here to help, awesome too. Like we want everybody here. We want to do everything possible to be, that A student in crypto, and we want everybody here to be an A student. And the people that aren't, don't be bashful, don't be shy. Raise your hand, speak up, and ask the questions, because if you have that question, it's almost a certainty that 100 other people have that question. So if you want to be the leader for those people that are a little too shy to ask, that's amazing, and that's how community leaders get started here at EMP. Is those are the people that are willing to speak up and ask those questions that everybody has. So don't be afraid to ask those questions, because that's just going to make you an A student and a badass investor.
Absolutely, you're right, Bull, and that's how we all learn together. Because the way I say it or the way Bull says it may not resonate with you, but these other community members and teachers, they may have a way of explaining it that much better, and that's what makes us all that much stronger. So, all right, one more really quick question I see, then it's a perfect segue into Detonator, and I will not be on tomorrow. Again, Fridays are my day with family. We will be doing a community-led AMA over on Telegram. So I'll go a little bit later tonight to answer some other questions after Detonator. So, all right. So the question is, oh, I lost it. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. What is better for the protocol, Detonator or the EMP-ETH LP farm? So this is a really great question because I think again a lot of people don't realize that it's the same thing. So LP is LP. Oh, I'm getting feedback. Oh, we're good. Okay. So, all right, let me pull up Detonator 2 while I'm speaking. But LP is LP. So, whether you're creating LP to go into Detonator or you're creating LP to go into the farms, that is very healthy for the protocol. And that's why, again, we always stress to start very, very heavily in LP. So, the bonus with Detonator is that you're getting a little bit of a premium as far as what you're able to earn over time in return for locking up your funds. So the major difference is that the farms are liquid, meaning you can withdraw those funds or put them in the auto vaults at your will. But Detonator actually makes you lock up your funds, and so that's also a really important thing because what we say a lot is Detonator turns paper handlers into diamond handlers. So we've even seen this over the last week now with all the uncertainty, is that a lot of people have broken their LP in the farms. They withdrew, they go all into stables, and basically at the bottom of the cycle. And so what it does is it locks in their losses, and it's because you have access to that capital. You get emotional, you panic, and you break LP, and now you're selling essentially at the bottom. Because if you pair the LP up again, once we recover, you're actually getting a lot less LP in terms of dollar value to what the LP is that you're buying. So again, I know it's a little confusing, but in other words, if say you get 1 LP for every $30 right now, eventually it will be back to where it was when we started at 100 LP. I mean, I'm sorry, 1 LP for $100. So right now it's basically a third of what it used to be and what we will eventually get back to. So all that being said, if you find yourself being a little more emotional, maybe you're new to crypto and you're not really sure how to play things, Detonator is very powerful because locking up those funds can actually be a benefit to you over the long run. Because now not only are your funds locked up, you're getting a little bit every day to be able to choose what you do with. You can put that, all your claims once a week or whatever back into the farm anyway to build your liquid positions. but if ETH goes to, you know, $3, 4, 5, $10,000, now you're able to earn incredibly more because you're forced to hold your investment in Detonator. So those are some really key points. And yeah, Bull, you want to add of why or what's better, or the farms or Detonator? Again, it's not really a matter of what's better. It's just a matter of what fits your investment
Yep.
style. But yeah, go ahead,
Yeah,
Bull.
yeah, 100%. It all comes down to that person's style. And I think in a time like this, like Detonator is a really good product to diamond hand you. And the auto vault is another, like, I think it's an amazing thing because it's always working to bring peg back up. And um, at a time like this too, it is important a lot of time for people to just step back away from their computer and look at this less. And if the auto vault is doing the work for them and, getting us over peg, maybe they have $1,000 in there, let's say, and they just step away from their PC for a week. They leave and we're at 0.81. They come back and we're at 0.97. And that's what the auto vault is doing. It's working in the background for you and allowing you to, remove the emotion from the equation and allow you to get in the world. And then just, it is good sometimes to just forget about this, especially if you're overly emotional or you're upset about the state of the market. Let the auto vault do the work for you. Come back and just see what it's done. And if you're tempted to take it out of the auto vault and leave, maybe stick it in the detonator after that. But do you have a time to answer a question? This Andrew L has had his hand up almost since we started.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. So I just pulled up Detonator.
Okay.
Again, you guys can see the live stats on YouTube, and we'll get into that. But for sure, we got 18 minutes. So yeah, go ahead. Who is it, Andrew?
Yes. Hi, AJ from Spain.
Hey, right on, Andrew.
I won 200 EMP today. Thank you.
Awesome, my friend. Was that one of our giveaways?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
All right, awesome, brother.
And I was introduced to the community through our mutual friend Chris Farrell.
Yes, awesome. We love Chris.
Yeah, I'm so glad I found EMP. I'm really impressed with you and the community. Now, there's something I don't know. Do you see what I did there?
I love it. You learn from Bull. Yes, brother.
Of course, everyone hopes this doesn't happen, but is there a plan in place for some unforeseen circumstance where something happens to one of you six? Not to be morbid, but
For sure.
if someone gets hit by a bus, is there a contingency plan?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute you, Andrew, just because I'm getting a little bit of feedback. But yeah, brother, that's a great question, and congrats on your win, and shout out to you and Chris Farrell. Again, we've had a lot of amazing participants come over from Chris's group. Chris is an amazing network marketer. He's a teacher. He's an all-around stand-up guy. I have nothing but love for Chris. He's in the European time zone, so it's hard for him to join our AMAs. But we've done cross promotion on his account. So anyway, I just want to make sure I give plenty of love to him and his community. So yeah, Andrew, we definitely have a contingency plan. This was brought up really in the very beginning. We haven't really talked about it a lot. So the beauty of it, first of all, is that there is six of us. So that alone is kind of a contingency plan. Again, we had seven originally. Now there's six. So that was we've proven that we can lose somebody and still keep going. And that should be a confidence on the community as well, because there's not one wallet or one individual that has a majority share, and that's why we did the Genesis pool the way we did, is that all of our founding members are able to help stabilize prices and the EMP in reserve. So, but yeah, I mean, God forbid something happens. we all have our own specialties. So I've kind of become the face or the team leader. But again, if something would happen to me, we could hire somebody else to fill that role. Jake is our lead developer. If something happened to him, I have plenty of other contacts within DeFi, especially now because we're really becoming a well-known project. And a lot of developers that are not scammers, they want to work for projects that actually have legs and have a community behind them. So we would probably have an easier time of hiring a lead developer if we needed to. We are in the process of that now. We hired another front end developer, Dan. We brought him on last week, but we are looking into actually hiring another back end developer that can help Jake as well. But yeah, brother. Between all of that, I mean, if some of the team members have to leave, or God forbid, um, even something more serious happens, then we have the ability to fill those shoes, so to speak. So does that help answer, Andrew?
Yes, very much. Thanks so much.
Awesome, brother. You got it. So yeah,
AJ,
hey Jesse, what's up,
the
brother?
people's champ.
Hey, what's up,
What's
my
going
friend?
on?
Go ahead, bro. How are you? We've
Yeah.
been missing each other the last few AMAs, so yeah, man. Go ahead. We got about 14 minutes, so you got time. Go ahead, bro.
All right. So yeah, I just want to speak to the emotions in the market. You know what I'm saying, like, it's important to control your emotions, man, or they will control you. You know what I mean? Anybody that's been investing for a while, what I'm saying, that's in these groups or whatever, take advice for them, because what I'm saying, we've all felt that pain of doing silly shit and panic, because we look at our portfolios as a dollar value. You know what I'm saying, just to give us an understanding of how it could be spent into the world. But your goal should remain the same. You know what I'm saying? You were building a position, you had an idea in mind, or at least you should have. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to what I say when I get on here, you should have a goal. Everyone should have goals, you know what I'm saying? And understanding, what I mean, how they're gonna take profit, how they're gonna build. They should have some form of strategy, which doesn't have to be set in stone. They could change along the way, but have some type of plan. And before this crypto drop or whatever, everyone feels good, and I just, want everybody to take in perspective. I mean, you know, I wish I could go back to the last bear market. I wish I could buy Bitcoin at 3,000. I wish I could buy Ethereum at a couple of $100 a piece. You know what I mean? So you know, keep in mind, when it doesn't feel like that, that's when you're in them times. When everyone's running, everybody's panicking. I mean, we're looking at EMP in 20 something cents. You could really get in cheap. Now is the time to really take advantage of the opportunity. I mean, does that mean that ETH is still, we still don't have more blood coming? I mean, we no one could really say. Do I think it's the floor? I could tell you that. I think we're hitting the floor, if not super close to it. But selling now and then we turn around and spike back up for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? It's a terrible thing. So when you got into this, you had a plan, you had a strategy. You know what I'm saying? And if you came into this project, of course you believe in Ethereum's future. So if you believe in Ethereum's future, focus on how much LP you're creating. Focus on building your position in the protocol, because the dollar valuation doesn't really matter right now. If you're still building a position, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I could have built back, last crypto winter. If you're building a position right now, you should be focused on maximizing that position with the intentions of what you believe Ethereum is going to be, come the beginning of next year. So it's really important. Manage your emotions. Focus on the LP. Don't focus on the dollar value. Don't and if you do want to take cue to what's going on in the markets and watch the news and just pay attention to their panic, because I don't care what chart you go to, know where you go in the investment world. When people were panicking, there was blood in the streets. It doesn't matter whether it was Bloody Monday. You look back, you go back to every crash, anywhere on them charts during the crash. It doesn't matter if you bought the bottom. If you bought it on the way down, you made a fortune. So when things look bad, it's always the best time. It's the absolute best time to think about building your position, making an investment. And then with that being said, what I'm saying, with us being below peg, what I'm saying, we've held up remarkably well. But I think with our community, we show time and time again, if we push together our strength what I'm saying? We could push this back faster than we really realize. So, it's important that, you're getting EMP out of nodes, you got to use them EMP responsibly. You know what I'm saying? If you're interested right now of adding to your allocation later, I mean, I couldn't think of a better time. You know what I mean? Like, you could keep trying to wait, or, the worst thing you could do is to try to exit and try to enter back in. I mean, you're going to cause yourself pain. That's not a winning strategy. That's a roll the dice strategy. So it's important that you click that compound button and take, definitely strong advice, man. Take your LP. If you're going to use them in autovaults, I highly recommend Magik. You know what I'm saying? They're the best thing for getting us back to peg. I love all the other ones. All the other ones have their strengths. You know what I'm saying? But consider them when we're in a more healthier position if you want to, support them or whatever. But I think right now, Magik is the only one offering us a mechanic that supports the health of the system. So I think, really take into consideration, if you do have an auto vault other than Magik, I'm not saying move it all over there, but get a portion in the Magik. You know what I'm saying? Everybody try to participate in Magik because, then you.
Speaking of Magik, Jesse, excuse me, bro. Is Avery here from Magik still?
Yeah, no, he was in the chat. That's a great point, Bull. Yeah, would love to get him on if he's here. But yeah, Jesse, you're 100% right, bro. While we try to find Avery, go ahead, man. You want to finish that thought, Jesse?
And then,
go ahead, yeah.
Sure, and then absolutely, really think about picking up some merch. Couch in LA, they did a great job going out their way. Don't forget, we bring up the merch every AMA. Remember, a portion of those proceeds also goes to burn. This is support and peg.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I know everyone around here is wearing clothes with a brand on it that didn't do nothing for their bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, buy as much Nike as you want. Will not turn that boardroom back on. So
yeah, no doubt, Jesse. And we'll be again every quarter. We'll have a detailed spreadsheet of what we did. Again, we've been more than transparent the entire time. And in the beginning, it might not be a lot. But as we grow, that could be a substantial amount of revenue. That's a revenue model that's buying and burning EMP. So yeah, go ahead, Jesse.
Yeah, absolutely. So, just consider what you can do as an individual in the community, you know what I'm saying? And then us as a community as a whole, make sure we're going out our way, looking for people in the TG that need to be, steer them in the right direction, where somebody might be using it wrong or need a little education. Make sure that we all go out our way to push that little helping hand and do what we can do to support PEG. You know what I'm saying? Remember, LPs are on sale right now. EMP is down. You know what I'm saying? You're getting it at a discount. Nodes are on sale. It's a discount. You know what I'm saying? Anything you could do to support the peg, now's the time to start pushing back towards that, because whether we're in a bloody market or not, and things are looking bad or not, you know what I'm saying, doesn't have anything to do with our ecosystem. It has nothing to do with our economy. So, we have 100% control over that. So, that's definitely financial advice. I got a lot of stuff to do. AJ, I just want to jump on here, get that out. Massive love for you, Bull. Love you, the whole community. Shout out to everybody that puts in that hard work.
You too, Jesse. Yeah, bro. It's great to hear your voice, man. I know we've been missing each other on the AMAs. You've been having your hand up, and I've been missing you completely, bro. So yeah, shout out to Jesse. That was DeFi dinner time, and that was financial advice, right, Jesse? Yeah. So I can't give financial advice, but he can.
Yeah, you hear it from me. Look, we'll do the old pass it down. You whisper it to me, and I whisper it to everyone else.
Exactly, bro. The telephone game. Yeah, bro. Yeah. So, all right, there you have it, everyone. Again, Jesse always bringing the hype. And everything he said is, again, 100% true, and why we, again, are really focused on trying to educate, because the best thing you can do for yourself is also the best thing you can do for the protocol. So, all right, we have about 6 minutes left. Again, this is Detonator. For those of you on YouTube, you can see my screen. Things are still looking really healthy. With Detonator, the pool balance is at 72,554 LPs. Again, ETH is just not cooperating. It's going to be around $1,000, so the dollar value has gone down, but the LPs are still really, really healthy. And again, that's why Jesse said as well, when LP is cheap, again, this is the time to accumulate because you're actually able to ROI inside of Detonator faster. And ROI means return on investment from a dollar value. When ETH goes back up, you can substantially increase your ROI or decrease your ROI time. When we get back to where we want to be. So we're about to break 3,200 total users. I'm sure we'll do that today. There is a snipe already of 71 LP. We'll see if that holds up. Yesterday was a really good deal for whoever ended up winning that. The winning snipe was about 350 LP. We've seen it anywhere from 100 to 800, so you never know. Again, those of you that are new, Detonator is our daily ROI contract. It operates on a 24-hour cycle. So at the end of every 24 hours, we give a random lottery winner 1% of the pool, and the largest depositor of the day also gets 1%. They're not split; they each get 1%. And today, that's about $23,000 each. So we're also giving literally one of the largest payouts in crypto. And if you win, you're not able to claim those rewards and dump on all of our heads, but it is applied to your principal that you're able to earn every day. Again, that's about $100 a day with those winnings, and you're able to ROI 365% on those winnings. So again, 23 grand turns into about 100 grand, and that's at today's prices. So really, really exciting stuff. Again, Detonator is becoming an absolute monster. And Bull, how are we on tickets?
Ooh, you caught me. You caught me smacking again.
All right, brother. Sorry.
Sorry,
Yeah.
nope. I'm on it. 72, 73. So, yeah, we're doing amazing. Growth really good. Obviously, prize amazing. So, keep up the good work, people. Feedback for anything that we can do better around here. Everybody is willing to accept criticism and wants to be better. So sorry, AJ. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no, bro, absolutely. Again, sorry, I know you're trying to get some dinner in while we're doing this. I always seem to call on you when you're in the middle of it, but yeah, absolutely, brother. So, and we are again seeing. Oh, there's a little snipe right there. Now, 122 is the new leader. Good luck to them. We'll see if that holds up. Again, BSC has been really congested lately, so it is a fine balance of making sure you get your snipes in. Because you never know. We've had multiple snipes try to win and have their transaction fail. So again, that's all the beauty of our game theory here. And those failed transactions are out of our control. I mean, we've optimized the contract as much as we can. We've increased the gas limits. Again, I know some of you that have smaller bags. If you're trying to compound in the last 10 minutes, the gas limit is higher, but realize that just because you may see, a $2 transaction, that doesn't necessarily mean that's what you're paying. So the transactions are still, very affordable, and that's why we always suggest compounding once during the day, a little bit earlier, but before all the congestion starts. Lock in your gains for the day. Because if you don't, you run the risk of having your rewards go back into the pool. So every 24 hours, those rewards go back in. Again, you don't lose out on those rewards. It just extends your ROI by 1 day. So, all right, we have about 2 minutes. We're getting close. Good luck, everyone. I'll do a 30-second countdown and a 10-second countdown. If you do win the lottery, we'd love to hear from you live. Join our Telegram and we'll let you have the floor. We see a lot of volume coming in with compounding. We're already almost at 73,000 LP, and that's with, again, a fairly small snipe so far. So we'll see what we end up with. Yeah.
And AJ, we just broke 8,000 tickets.
Thanks, Joe. Awesome, brother. There you go, everyone. Tickets are continuing to go up. You have the best chance of winning every day. The next day, typically, you get a little more tickets entering the pool, and your chances of winning are a little bit more reduced. So make sure that you're maximizing your ticket counts. Again, 7.5 LP will maximize your tickets a day that you deposit, and 7.5 or a little bit less actually, as long as you're compounding that, you'll also get the other 50 tickets. And here we go. So we're coming in on 30 seconds. Again, good luck, everyone. We always suggest to compound more than you claim, especially now when LP is so cheap. You're more than welcome to take profits responsibly once or twice a week. But when we're this low, you're better off going hard on compounding. So, all right, 15 seconds. Good luck, everyone. Will 122 hold up? We shall see. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nice, 255 coming in. Will that hold? Let's see. We may have had multiple snipes.
Let us see. Okay. I'm checking right now.
All right, I think we may have had a few. Let me refresh. We did break 73,000 LP.
255 is the winner.
All right, good luck to them. I mean, good job to them. Congrats. They are the winner. That was an amazing deal for them. Again, 2 days in a row that the sniper got a really good deal. So again, if you're on the sidelines, it could be a really good opportunity to get your largest deposit at a very, very good value. So even though, with that being said, the volume has still been substantial. We are now at 73,551 LP. Again, in terms of LP balance, all-time high, and another very, very productive day here at EMP. Even with Ethereum being down again substantially, we saw almost 100 grand enter the contract within the last 10 minutes. So, and again, some of that's compounding, but some of that is fresh deposits as well. So Detonator is a beast. We have created a monster, and man, I just can't imagine what this thing is going to do in the next bull run. We just have to maintain and get there. So really, really exciting stuff. And yeah, Bull, anything you want to add about Detonator before we move on to more questions?
No, we have a lot of people in the queue, and everybody knows I love Detonator. But talking about maintaining and increasing PEG, Avery from Magik is here, so maybe like give him the floor for a bit.
All right, yep. Let me pull up my desktop, and yeah, go ahead, Avery. Are you there?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Hey, there he is.
Yeah.
Avery, how are you, brother?
Hey. Yeah, doing real good, man. It's good to chat to you guys. I've been listening for a while.
Yeah, brother, no doubt.
Congratulations to the winner that just got called as well.
Yes, brother, absolutely. Another awesome day in Detonator. And yeah, brother, I know you're a part of the Magic team. Again, we love you guys. We have a great relationship with Magic. And while you're on, brother, you want to just go over why your auto vaults are so important, even more so than the traditional auto vaults that we've seen?
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for putting me up here to go through this as well. And I stopped by in your because I'm much more active on Discord, but I've just stumbled back to the Telegram for this. But
awesome, brother.
Yeah, shout out to all the emperors as well for using Magic Farm. Like we've seen a huge influx of deposits, and they haven't slowed down either. You know, like I think we just crossed about $500,000 TVL from EMP alone.
For sure.
And getting very, very close on surpassing Yield Wolf's total TVL, which is crazy because they've been around for so long, and you know we're kind of the new kids on the block. So I think that the greatest thing about Magic Farm is it's built by a team that understand elastic supply DeFi, specifically seigniorage protocols. But we have started to branch out to like Phantasm forks as well, and we developed some custom tailored strategies for those as well to be deflationary. But yeah, that is the greatest aspect of Magic Farm. It's a deflationary strategy that we're utilizing for seigniorage protocols. So the typical strategy you're going to see from Beefy or Yieldwolf is it's going to sell the share reward token that you get for typically LPing in the farm, and it's going to buy back the more LPs that will keep continuously creating LP for you. Magic Farm does exactly the same thing, but we take half of the performance fees that you would typically be charged by any of these yield optimizers, and we buy back the PEG token with that 50% of the performance fees, and then we burn it out of circulating supply as well. So we add an extra layer of buy pressure on the PEG token, and then we add deflationary mechanism to the mix as well. And if you know, the great thing is I don't need to talk kind of down to your community because they're probably actually the most educated that
For
I've come
sure,
across out of
brother.
all the seigniorage protocols,
Yeah.
thanks to your academy and things like that. So I don't think I need to break down like why deflation is such a big deal at this point for these kind of protocols. But yeah, if you're gonna go through auto compounding, just know that we add that extra buy pressure and deflation at the same time. So it helps the protocol and ultimately helps you.
Absolutely, brother. And again, just to reiterate, that is coming out of Magic's cut. In other words, it is no additional tax or fee to the investor. If anything, you give
Losing you,
yeah,
AJ. I can't
yeah.
hear you.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry, brother. Can you hear me now? Oh, I think we lost them. That's all right. So, all right.
Is that just me or is...
Yep, I think it's you, brother. We can hear you. Can you hear me? All right. Well, that was amazing from the man himself. Again, one of the lead devs over at Magic. And again, to reiterate, the fee is on Magic's end. In other words, them as a company, rather than getting 100% of the fees, they break it off and use that as a buyback mechanism. So you're not getting taxed or having any fees come out of your own deposit. So really important to know. And yeah, my internal goal again has been getting about $1 million of TVL over into Magic. We're about halfway there, and I think us as a community can get to that Magic $1 million mark. And again, the more TVL, the more buyback and burn that Magic is able to do. So
absolutely. Yeah, just to stress that point as well that you just touched on, AJ. The more, the higher the TVL, the higher the burn rate. So the more we can get in there, the better it is for the protocol overall as well. And I know, it's been like an uphill battle, obviously trying to break that, the comfort of people who have been using like Beefy and Yieldwolf just because they've been around for so long.
For sure.
But our base code is Beefy. So if you trust Beefy's, security and their code and whatnot, there's no reason to not trust Magic. It's exactly the same thing. We have one custom strategy that we built, and it was built by the dev is a literal master of exploits. So we made sure that it was him building that strategy and then checking over it for the security purposes. There's nothing in that strategy that is kind of abnormal in terms of it's just a routing order that's been changed basically. So instead of the fees going straight into a fee wallet, like how Beefy would do it, it just adds an extra layer of a few transactions where it's purchasing and burning. That's it. So there's nothing kind of weird or shady that can be manipulated there, which is great.
100%.
And we just had the first part of the UI overhaul. So we initially launched Magic Farm, I think like back in February. And it was just to compound Magic's own native assets. And we were thinking like maybe in the future we can, include other protocols in this if they were interested. But it was only when when we had that light bulb moment where it was like, oh, okay, we can get other protocols to use our service if we tailor something specific to their needs. And that's where the burn strategy came in. So I think if you're a fan of EMP or any of the other protocols that we have in there, like Grape, it serves the protocol and then yourself again to use that. So we will be releasing the second part of the UI update probably in the next week or two as well, and that's going to have a lot more like interactive features on it. So like it'll have like a burn calculator, and it will have like a burn counter as well, so you can see like what's being burned.
I love that.
We'll have some other stuff. Yeah, we'll have some stuff like some metrics to track, because we, it's been a struggle to get Magik Farm listed on DBank, probably because the TVL just hasn't reached that number that they want yet. Which is funny because Magik Finance is listed on DBank.
Right, but not the vaults. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But some other kind of data aggregators, I think, like Optical Finance and Tin Network, and that they're good, but they're not entirely reliable in catching like every protocol where your money's been stashed away. So I think the safest and best thing for us and for all the users and investors is just, let us do that for you. You can come to Magik Farm, you can see when you deposited and how much it's grown since then in like your LPs and whatnot, because I know a lot of people like to see that and want to keep track of it, and it's a bit of a nightmare doing spreadsheets over and over again.
For sure, man. That's bullish. I love that update. Again, we're working on our own UI update as well. That's gonna have a lot more analytics.
Yeah.
And so yeah, bro, we're on the same page, man. No doubt. And we
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we have a lot more in the works too with Magik. Again, I don't want to give any alpha or spill the beans. But we have a very awesome relationship with you guys. And again, you're one of the very few seigniorage protocols of your own that understand, not only is it about good economics, but you have to have revenue streams, you have to have burn mechanisms,
Absolutely.
and you have to have use cases. And so, again, we're excited for what the future holds with all of that too. So there's a little Easter egg for you. But yeah, man, awesome,
Yeah.
Avery, for sure, brother. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, man. That was an impromptu appearance, but
yeah.
But yeah, we appreciate you, bro. And again, we have all the direct links. We will be adding all of our autovaults to the new UI. Again, we've talked about it a few times now that the default is YieldWolf right now, but that is just because we have all of our resources going to the new UI, and when we get rid of that link, we don't want people to say, where did all my money go? I know you know how that is.
No, I get it, man. I get it, because we run a protocol, so I know exactly the kind of like shit that you guys get as well.
Yes,
because we get the exact same stuff. So
for sure, brother.
And yeah, no point making them go back and forward, like confusing people and the devs doing extra work for no reason. So our UI took quite a while to overhaul, so we know what that's like as well, and it's still not even done. So I get that as well. But
awesome, bro.
You want to get it right. So yeah, thank you again for having me up here, and again, thank you to all of the community for trusting us and using us.
Yeah, brother, absolutely. Well, shout out to you guys. Much love, and yeah, bro, we'll be in touch.
Yeah, sure. Speak to you soon, man.
Thanks, Avery. Loads of questions. We have Vic J, Hot Llama, and then Cool Sheet, and then there's a question or two on YouTube. So, Vic J, are you there? Why don't we go to Hot Llama, and then after Hot Llama, Vic J, if you're still around, and then Cool Sheet.
All right, perfect.
Hey guys, Hot Llama here.
Hey, there he is, Hot Llama. How are you?
Hey guys, yeah, man. Sorry I haven't been in these AMAs as much. I mean, the time changes got me a little screwed up because I had a couple of previous commitments on Tuesdays and Thursdays where it's hard for me to get here at this time. But I'm usually here in time for the rollover, but I haven't been getting in early enough, and by the time I get in, the questions are over. You're doing the rollovers. It's been tough for me, but I wanted to just say I haven't gone away. I'm here, and just wanted to say, love this community. I mean, it's like the numbers are pretty high in the AMAs, which is really cool. And I'm not even counting what's going on in the other channels, but it's a scary time right now, but it's like, I'm one of those guys, like you're only losing money if you sell,
For sure.
So, just hang on to it if you can, at this point, I mean, hang on. I mean, might as well. And it's going to bounce back. I mean, I don't have a lot of experience with that, but not in crypto, but in the stock market, it always manages to rise. In down market, if you can pump capital in, do it, man. If that's what I've done, and it's worked, at least in the other side of the stock market. But I missed getting some more FaceTime in these AMAs with you guys, and just want to let you know I'm still here. I'm through my COVID and all that, so thank goodness. But I'm feeling good, and like Jesse pointed out, now's the time, man. This is a good time to sort of jump in, and it's going to bounce. It's going to come back. I mean, again, that's not financial advice, but
For sure,
if I had
brother.
more dry powder, I'd be putting more in. That's it. So, but I've got what I've got, and I'm happy with it. My strategy's working, and I'm happy. So, just want to say thanks again to you guys, and I look forward to trying to get some more time with you guys. Maybe I can move some things around.
Yeah, brother, no
Because
doubt.
these are valuable to me. I mean, this, I tell people, stop watching the news, man. Like, just, you're gonna get yourself down. Just like, you come here and you get an injection of like, hey, we're on the bright side here, and this is important. So, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely, Hal Llama. Glad to have you back, bro. Again, I know you're always listening. Even if you can't make it live, we have had some good success though. Moving it up, the numbers have been killer. Doing it
Yeah.
the hour before. So hopefully you can move your schedule around. But you're 100% right, bro. Again, not financial advice, but you never realize your losses until you actually sell. And again, I mean, I know that people have this fear of, going down with the ship, or, that things won't recover, that this time is different. But I can promise you that, this time is not different. I mean, the markets happen in cycles, and it may take a while. It may take 2 or 3 years, which is, I hope it doesn't take that long, but it could very well. But it will recover, and that's again why we say never invest more than you're allowed, or more than you can afford to lose, because if you're trying to pay your bills, with crypto money, it really handcuffs you to being not able to stick it out. So again, those are really important things to consider as we move forward, and we're building. We're not going anywhere. Again, we wouldn't be doing daily AMAs and releasing new features if we thought, we couldn't deliver on everything that we've said, over the last 6 months. And we're just getting started. So yeah, we have an awesome game plan in place, and it's only a matter of time. So yeah, great to hear from you, Hot Llama.
Yeah, man. Thanks, guys.
Cool Sheet is up, bro.
All right. Cool Sheets, what's up, brother?
What up? What up? What up?
How are you, my friend?
AJ, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. How you holding up, bro? I know you're one of the OGs here. I know you've seen it come and you've seen it go, bro. So you're probably just sitting back and observing, right?
I tell you what, man, I'm doing pretty good considering it's Bloody Thursday today. But
yes, bro.
I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay. I tell you what, bro, I love listening to what's his name, Big Weapon. Big Weapon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Who is it? I'm missing you, bro. It's Big Weapon.
Avery, Big Weapon.
Avery. Yes, I didn't know his username. So
yeah,
yes, brother.
yeah.
Yes, with Magik. Yes, go ahead, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it got me to thinking, bro. I'm gonna need to start maybe. I've been in Detonator for how long? Probably 3 months or however long it's been running. I've been there since day one, bro. And man, I may need to just take a little bit out every now and then, maybe every 2 or 3, 4 days. Take a little bit out.
For sure.
Run that thing over to Magik. And you know what I'm saying? And support the protocol, because they're gonna be doing some burning.
Absolutely.
Support the protocol.
Yes, brother.
And
100%.
rinse, repeat. And so also, I'm also in some little what do you call them? Little miners, like BNB miner. I'm in BUSD crop miner, which is another good one. And I'm gonna take a little bit from that, add it to my node rewards, and toss that into Magik, bro.
That's
where it's at, man.
Let's go.
That's where it's at, my friend.
Right on, Cool Sheet.
So I just got to think, and you know what? I appreciate bioweapon, a big old bioweapon, and what his name is. I appreciate you, man, because I just realized I need to do this, and so I'm gonna take all the profits from all these other ones, which have been great projects. Don't get me wrong, but take those profits, man. Toss it in EMP. And if you love Ethereum, come on, baby. Come on, baby. E
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
oh man, dude, EMP is leveraged Ethereum. Come on, man. Come on,
100%.
man.
Let's go. Yes, brother.
I'll tell you, man. Hey, AJ, this is the best project, bro. I love you guys, man. I just give my ups to y'all, man. This is what's up, baby.
Yes, no doubt, Cool Sheet. You got it, bro. I love it. Avery said this dude's gonna repay through magic by himself. I love it, bro. That's so true. So right on, man. And you hit the nail on the head, bro. That infinite money loop strategy of taking your node emissions and being able to either pair it up with what you're making in eShare, or like you said, maybe another protocol, that you have a little extra bag from. Bringing over that fresh capital and pairing it up with your EMP, you're able to actually build your LP positions at essentially half price, because with having that new capital, you don't have to split your EMP to be able to go into more LP. So yeah, man, you the light bulb moment went off. I think Cool Sheet for sure, bro.
Hey, it really did, bro. Hey, but I do appreciate you guys, man. You got a killer protocol. And the best part is, man, you guys are always innovating, man. You guys are always innovating. And that's where it's at, baby. That's where it's at. It seems like what, every couple of weeks, hey, we got something new.
Yes,
Or I got
brother.
something I ain't supposed to tell you about that's coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, bro. And we do, bro. Next week, we got even one more thing.
There it is.
There it is, exactly, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, bro. Yeah, I can't wait to tell you about the
awesome.
next thing. And it'll be, again, the timing is perfect. For those of you that still have money left after the bloodbath, this is an amazing opportunity to earn in a much more de-risked manner. So, again, I can't wait to tell everybody. Hopefully next week. I thought I'd be able to announce it tomorrow, but we're pushed back by about a week. But yeah, Cool Sheet. Make sure you tune in for that one, brother. So.
I'm gonna tune in, bro. Hey, but I just want last stop, bro. I want to say thank you to AJ, thank you to Magik, thank you to Chad, thank you to Bull Gates, all y'all, baby. Hey, we love you, man. Thank you again.
All right,
Love you
brother.
too, bro.
Love you too, man. Thank you, man. Always bring the hype again between Jesse and Cool Sheet. Man, I got my energy back on that one. So, and
There you
100%. That's what it's all about. And yeah, I mean, again, taking some of your LP from Detonator for sure. I mean, you don't want to do it every day because then you dilute yourself by not compounding. But once or twice a week, take some of that LP out of Detonator, put it into the autovaults, and not only is the money remaining in our ecosystem, but you're actually able to help through that buying and burning mechanism for Magik. So again, a win-win no matter where you come from. So all right, awesome, Bull. We got more, bro. We got rapid fire today.
Oh yeah, man. We got a lot of energy here today. So Aaron
Yes.
Ellis is up, and then Justin Indefensible. So
All right, awesome. Aaron, go ahead, brother.
Hey, what's up, guys? That was awesome hearing from Cool Sheet.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, I didn't have a question. I just had a quick thing I wanted to say to you guys. I was watching a video today, and it was from a streamer. It wasn't a stream. It was just a video he was going through, or he posted. And I won't drop his name just because I'm not sure, showing other ecosystems and all that. But he was talking about now is a great time to not interact with systems, right? And what he really meant was, hey, we're all staked out long into the future. So does it really matter? We're making APY, and does it really matter through this bear market? But I got to thinking about that, and I'm like, well, sure, that's a good way to think, if we're going possibly into some real bloody markets, right? But for me, I want the daily interaction. And obviously what he's talking about is not being a day trader and not getting wrecked
For sure.
going into this cycle. But for me, what I do actually need that daily engagement. And for one, here at EMP-Money, we're not day traders. We're building our position, and being in the Detonator gives me my ticket, what I mean to say is I'm DCAing, roughly about 20, 30 bucks a day.
Yeah.
From other miners. And I'm building my position in Detonator, which is going to go into the Magik vaults for the rest of the year. Remember my Christmas plan I was telling you guys about yesterday or the other day?
Yes, absolutely, brother.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. Yeah. So myself, I do need daily engagements. I need Bull Gates getting me hyped up and giving me that. I need Bull Gates tangents every day.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
Thanks,
bro.
bro.
And I need cool sheet energy like I just got, and I need hot llama, and I need Jesse, and I need that daily engagement, man. And that doesn't mean I'm a day trader. I don't day trade. I'm staked out long and hard and fat for 15 years. And but EMP is my daily compounding DCA philosophy. I call it like, because you really have to rewire your brain into what you're doing. And what I'm doing here is I'm dollar cost averaging. So that's it, guys. I'm really stoked. This is another awesome stream, or AMA. And yeah, man, awesome.
Yeah, Aaron, hell yeah, bro. And again, bro, I know you're an OG Hexagon. You understand the power of, not having that instant gratification, like it's about the long term, not about the short term. I know it all sounds cliche, but it's the freaking truth, bro. Like, again, I mean, those that have experienced that, they know it's the truth, and those that haven't, again, I encourage you to really give it a try because, like Aaron said, it's the day trading is what will wreck you. I think people try to overmanage their portfolios, especially now when they see everything getting red, and that's a one-way ticket to, shoot yourself in the foot. In the short term. So yeah, absolutely, bro. And again, I mean, that is another beauty about EMP and Detonator specifically is that we do have that daily interaction. I mean, you have to compound on Detonator or claim, or those rewards go into the pool. And, that's okay. You're on vacation, you miss out on a week of rewards. That's all right. It just, extends your ROI by a week on the back end of things. So you're not really losing out on the money, but those that are active daily, that put in the work, that treat EMP as a paycheck, and they're building their positions, they're compounding, they're showing up to the AMAs, they're learning. I mean, again, Bull said it perfect at the beginning of this: is you get in, or you get out what you put in, and I don't see anything more poetic about that than what we have here at EMP.
Yeah.
So for sure, bro.
Awesome, guys. Have a great day.
All right, man. You too. Always
Thanks,
good to
Aaron.
hear from you. Yeah, Bull. Anything you want to add to that, or move on to the next one? Go ahead, bro.
Just the one quick thing, because it's something I preach, but maybe didn't articulate it quite like Aaron does, and that's the great thing, right? About different people speaking is, and you spoke to this on this earlier, AJ, is like something I say might resonate with one person, but it might not resonate with another. That is why it is good to hear a lot of voices, because what somebody else says might resonate with that person that we can't reach. And so the more that we engage people in the community, the more, we're active. The more we're building friendships, the stronger this community is going to be, the better trader you're going to be built. You will build yourself a better trader, you yourself, through interactions with other good people who are going to fill in the gaps of knowledge that you don't have, and make you or help you understand things that you just couldn't prior to that. So I use that expression, make crypto friends. Make crypto friends here, and your journey here in crypto, your life here in crypto is going to be so much more rewarding. And that being said, Justin, Defensible is up.
I appreciate it, Father Bull.
Yes, brother. He is the crypto dad, right? Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I appreciate you guys having me on. I always come and listen, and I'll make comments every once in a while. And I a few things. I just wanted to say how proud I am to be a part of this community and the positivity it brings. I was talking to one of my coworkers earlier, and a lot of us have gone through things, even outside of this financial market, personally in our lives. Last Monday, I buried my grandfather. And I've got an uncle who's deathly ill.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro. My thoughts are with you, bro.
I appreciate it. And, having, communities like this help you through, we always focus so much on the financial side of things, but, life is hard, even if you take those out of the equation. So, I always wanted to make sure and thank everyone for that. In terms of EMP, one thing that I got into crypto in 2016. I really didn't dive in heavily until about a couple of years ago. I always dreamed of having the dry powder on the side and to become a whale, because you always say that this time right now, kind of the golden zone is when whales are accumulating. And one thing that dawned on me, with EMP, and I am, even if I'm not a huge whale, by being a part of this and being so active, we are accumulating. We're accumulating, and I tried to explain this to one of my buddies last week who's not as familiar with cryptocurrency, and he had some interest in EMP, and I sent him to the academy and some docs, but he kept, he's made a good amount of money in stocks and everything, and he kept just coming back to, well, what about how much money you're making, what about the dollar? He kept coming back to the dollar amount, and I said, in simple terms, I look at this as I'm accumulating a little bit of Ethereum every day, and that was always the goal back when. EMP's helped put us in position where that's what we're doing, even if it's a small amount, no matter how big or small you have, you're that is huge, because we know that the future holds big things for Ethereum. And so that's the way I look at it, as I'm accumulating small amounts. DCA, as Aaron mentioned, it's funny because we all think, we're almost like a hive mind. All of us are thinking a lot in the same ways.
For sure, bro.
As Bull said, a lot of us verbalize it differently, but we are on the same page. We're rowing in the same direction. And then the other piece I wanted to mention is that, one thing that's great about EMP is that we do have so many different areas to earn, so many different things. You guys are constantly innovating, like they mentioned earlier. But sometimes we forget about our old friend, Mr. EBOND. And one thing I'll say that I've made a goal now, because I have some nodes, and I was pairing and adding to Detonator, and then my goal is every time that we have dropped down, every day I'm taking that and I'm buying EBONDS to try to help lift the peg.
Great point. Yes, brother.
And that's one thing we know it's there, but we forget, because there's so many things there. And that's one of the most powerful things, and one of the best things you can do if you are a long-term believer, because trust me, at some point, especially as you start to add more and more functionality for EMP, and things of that sort. Once we get to that point where we're really, the bull run is going, and we're really, burning, and we start really getting, there are going to be points when we're going to be heavily above peg, and you're going to wish that you had taken your spare EMP and bought more EBONDS at that point. So that's all I wanted to make sure we don't forget about our old friend EBOND. But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you.
Amazing, Justin, bro. I couldn't have said it better myself, man. Again, you've been one of our OGs, and I always love when you jump on, bro. Again, you've been super helpful in the community and on these AMAs. So 100%. I mean, we have about 10 different ways to earn, and we don't talk about EBONDS a lot, because we haven't really been below peg that much, and I find myself ignoring them on these streams, not on purpose for sure, but yeah, I mean, if you believe that we will eventually get back above peg, and as you said, substantially more above peg, bonds are an amazing option. And so not only are you locking in the appreciation value? Because if you're buying a bond right now at 22 cents, when we recover, you're basically getting a 20% profit right off the bat through a price appreciation when we at the peg, and then once we're over peg, you also get a redemption bonus on those bonds. So again, it requires you to be a little more diamond-handed. Nodes are another option because you're able to actually have a little bit more liquid. But again, if you're tempted to dump EMP, or you actually want more once we're back overpaid, then bonds are absolutely a great option. There's not a one's better than the other. It's just yet another mechanism to earn in the protocol. So we do have plenty of bonds available now that we've been below peg. So go ahead and go scoop some of those. And when we do get back above peg, remember, I mean, if you're buying a bond just to redeem them as soon as we get back over, you're better off just buying and holding EMP liquid in your wallet. But if you have a long-term vision, you want to help the protocol, grab a few bonds, and that's your badge of honor. I know anybody that has bonds in the protocol, they are the OG, and they really are here for the right reasons. I know even James Pelton, one of our awesome crypto influencer partners, he tweeted yesterday that he bought like 5,000 bonds. I was like, man, that
8,000.
8,000. Holy shit! So that dude really is in it with us, and we have a lot more in the works with James coming. Some updates with him. Shout out to him. Send him some love on Twitter. He is one of our true supporters. I know a lot of influencers come and go, but there's a few that really do support the protocol, and he is absolutely one of them. So yeah, we're doing big things here, and yeah, Justin, that was amazing, and I appreciate you jumping on. So, Bull, you want to add, or you got any more? Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. That was just incredible, of course. And so
Yeah.
really what I wanted to, speak to a point that Justin made was that there's so many good things here within the system, and I don't look at like whales, in terms of good acting whales and bad acting whales in financial terms, because the reality is here is there are some real whales of knowledge, whales of people helping in the community, and that of course it's going to take a math genius to quantitatively figure out the value of that, but I look at all of those people, like Stinky Beans. He's a whale. He is a whale of help, right? Like he's always there to help people, and this isn't to miss anybody, but just to draw lines to things that a whale isn't just a financial creature, doing good actions or bad actions. We see the power of the community. We see the power that this organic growth it has, that's been created by everybody in the community doing some small part or a larger part, right? And so we actually have whales in a lot of different capacities, be it helping in the background, helping in the foreground, answering questions, taking phone calls from people, helping people, in Discord, Telegram, making merch or writing articles, or building other projects for EMP, be it our content creators. All of those people are whales in their own regards, because without them, like the financial part doesn't work, because those financial whales, the big whales, wouldn't be here if the people hadn't laid the groundwork and built the pond, or whatever you want to look at it, for them to swim in. So we always have to acknowledge, like, it's not always just about the money. We have to be better than it just being about the money. And so to acknowledge everybody that is actually a whale in a different type of capacity instead of just a financial whale, I think is an important distinction, to recognize the value that actually is translated into dollars down the road, currently right now, but down the road too, because of all of that contribution that people make allows the money, to be made, or allows the possibility for money to be made. So shout out to everybody that's willing to help, and doing stuff in the background, and doing stuff in the foreground. Just anybody that is willing to help. And it doesn't matter if it's a small little bit or a large a chunk that you're doing. All of those contributions are greatly appreciated, because when if a little million minnows swim in the same direction, they can change the current of how things go. And that's why, like, our peg is where it's at, and that's why this is going to be a 500 million TVL project, even in a down market.
Absolutely, Bull. No, great point, brother. And again, we support those that support us. I know I mentioned that a lot, not only in our own ecosystem through our VIP program, but also through the influencers. Again, like I said, another one is Jonathan Seller. He's still super supportive. He's been really busy with Crypto Mike. Again, I don't want to spill the beans, but there's a really, really unique project coming that both of them are involved in. And we'll have a direct link to that. So yeah, I mean, there are other influencers and community members that we see, coming in and out. They're here one day, they're gone the next, and that's okay. I mean, we had that in the beginning as well. And again, Thomas G, I mean, shout out to him. He's actually been really supportive lately, which is great. I'm not talking about him. I don't want to mention who it is. But there are influencers that are fair weather friends. But that's okay. I mean, in the end, they only hurt themselves. And hopefully that we see them return buying EMP at an even higher price than what it is now, because all that does is help all of us that have continued to hold and continue to be here. So nothing but love to everybody. Again, that's not my character. I just it's sad to me when people hurt their own bags by dumping at the bottom, when literally, if you just stay with us and don't touch it, you could see some serious gains. And again, that's not financial advice. But all right, Bill, anything else? Whatever, we got more? Go ahead, brother.
Ooh, yeah. I'm looking through the channels right now. So if you see anything that I don't see, I know there was a question about security. So let me read it for you. This is from Anthony Rose on YouTube. Can EMP developers add a tutorial on anti-hack tactics using MetaMask for EMP investors and community inside the EMP Academy? Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead, bro.
yeah, bro. So absolutely, sorry to cut you off. I did see that, and yeah, we are actually working on it now. I know Lunas, one of our other team members, he usually does a specific security focused AMAs during the day for us. Early afternoon for him in European time zone, and so he's been busy. He has some family issues right now. Much love to him, but he'll be back around and doing the security talks, and we absolutely will be adding it to the academy. That plays into what I said earlier in the AMA about a beginner's guide to DeFi. So again, the Academy is not only really important for EMP, but it's part of our mission to help educate people about DeFi in general. So that will be part of that series, and we have our own Crypto Mike, as well as Stephanie and Kirk will hopefully be doing that. We are kind of waiting until the new UI because we're gonna have to update the entire academy anyway. So we know that timing is of the essence, but we really are spread thin and don't want to do double work anyway. So, but yeah, all that's coming for sure.
Perfect. Amazing AMA. So much great positive contribution by everybody. Probably a really good spot to wrap it up.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree, Bull. I think we got through the majority of it. Again, 2-hour AMA. I know a lot of you like to listen to this as a recording in the morning or on your drive to work or home. And we are in the process of turning these AMAs into actual podcasts. So that's an interesting development. We're working with a team. I should have more updates on that as well. But once we are an official podcast, we would love to have you again involved in that front, and it eventually could be yet another revenue stream that helps not only us as a community, but EMP in general, feeding the Treasury. So we have a lot in the works. Again, we're building in a bear market, and if you can build in a bear market, you're gonna fly in a bull. So we're excited. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm not here to convince you to invest in EMP. I'm only here to lead by example, and we are, our actions are speaking louder than words as we continue to recover PEG. Even while the market is bleeding out, and we're not through the worst of it yet. I hope we are, but we may not be through the worst of it yet. But there are bright skies, blue skies on the horizon. So, all right, everyone. Again, tomorrow is my day off. Even though I'm still always in the background, putting together partnerships and lots of meetings. But I will not be on the AMA. If you want to join into our community run AMA, Bull usually leads that over on Telegram tomorrow, same time, same place, and then we'll be back on YouTube on Saturday. So, all right, everyone. Good night. Good day. We'll see you in 2 days. Bye bye.